If you're watching this, there's a good chance you've had enough. The rat race, the grind, the constant pressure, always being switched on, always being the one who carries the weight. I'm a bloke who's been right on that edge. I've felt that pressure. I've sat there thinking, I'm done. I can't keep doing this. I even felt the urge to walk away. So I understand where that urge comes from. And I changed it without blowing my life up, without leaving my life behind. I stepped back from the edge. I got my head clear. I saw what was driving it. My life's good now. I've got a successful business, a home I'm proud of, a wife that I love, brilliant kids, grandkids. I've got meaning in my life. So I'm not talking to you from a book. I'm talking to you as someone who nearly walked away and didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. I wish someone had told me this 20 years ago, because I'd have saved myself a lot of unnecessary strain, a lot of tight jaw years, a lot of nights where you're resting, but you're not really resting. A lot of snapping at people I love. That's why I'm telling you this now, so you don't waste the opportunity life is presenting you right now. Because a lot of the time, walking away isn't clarity. It's pressure looking for relief. And in this episode, I'm not telling you to quit your life. I'm showing you what needs to change first. So the pressure drops and you can think properly again before you do anything you can't undo. If you've ever felt like walking away, but you couldn't explain why, this is usually why you do it. Because sometimes it isn't your job or your marriage or your life. It's the role that you've slipped into. I didn't spot mine in one big moment. It was in small ones. I'd be in a meeting and someone asked for something and I'd hear myself say, yeah, no problem. And I said that before I'd even checked what it means for me. And I could feel it in my jaw. It was, well, locked. Like my body had already decided, just handle it. Don't make a fuss. Or I'd get home, sit down, and the second I stopped moving, I'd feel restless. My foot's tapping, my chest tight, phone in my hand, anything to avoid sitting still long enough to feel what I was actually carrying. Now that's the role. It's the part of you that's learned to stay strong, stay useful, and most importantly, don't be a problem. Don't show strain. And there's a reason men stay stuck in it, because at some point it felt costly when you showed pressure. Not always with words, sometimes just a look, a shift in the room when you did it, a silence that tells you, don't do that again. So you tidy it up, you swallow it, you carry on. So you tighten your jaw, you get on with it, you act normal. Nothing looks obviously wrong. Life still works, bills are paid, people rely on you, but something feels off. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, just that constant noise in the background, making you aware that it's off. This is where the big decisions start showing up as common sense. When you're under pressure, your head doesn't offer you a sensible plan. It offers you relief, fast relief, the kind you can picture in 10 seconds. So the options that turn up aren't small. They're not, let's ease the load, and they're certainly not, let's change how you do this week. They're proper exits, the ones that feel clean in your head. They're loud, leave, start again, sell up, just walk away. And here's why they feel so convincing. Because when you imagine it, your body loosens for a second, your shoulders drop, your breath just loosens up, and your brain goes, there, that's it, that's what I'm looking for. But that feeling isn't proof that it's the right move, it's proof you're worn down. I've done it, I've been there, sitting in the car after a long day, hands on the wheel, jaw tight, thinking, I'm done with this. Or late at night, just running numbers, scrolling property listings, building an escape plan in my head because it gives me 10 seconds of calm. Now that's not clarity, that's just relief. And the cost of deciding from that place, well, it's big. You sell the things you built in a rush. You make a big move in a hurry. You walk away from good people. You turn your life upside down. Then you look up months later and the same pressure is still sat in your chest because you didn't leave the pressure behind, you carried it into the next chapter. So before any big decision, the first thing that has to change is the pressure inside you. Because when you're exhausted, your head will call relief truth. The first thing that changed for me wasn't my life, it was my body. My jaw wasn't clenched all the time. My shoulders, they weren't up round my ears. I could take a full breath without forcing it. Not relaxed, just clenched. And that matters more than people think. Because when your body is locked like that, everything feels urgent. Everything feels personal. Everything feels like one more thing. A message comes in and your stomach tightens. Someone's tone changes and you go straight into defense. A small problem lands and your head treats it like a fire. And it costs you. You snap quicker. You avoid things you should deal with. You bring your work home in your face and in your mood. You sat with your family, but your mind's still running tomorrow. So the first change for me was simple: space. Space between something happening and me reacting to it like I was being attacked by it. I didn't quit anything. I didn't confront anyone. I didn't announce changes. Work stayed the same. Responsibilities stayed the same. What changed was what I stopped doing. I stopped answering everything instantly. I stopped rushing just to keep the peace. I stopped jumping in with, I'll handle it. And at first it felt wrong because the role says, if you slow down, you're letting people down. If you don't carry it, it'll all fall apart. But here's what I noticed. Most of the urgency was coming from me. Not the situation, me. I was creating speed because speed made me feel safe, even when it was draining the life out of me. Once I stopped pushing everything at speed, I started hearing the noise underneath it. You should cope better. Other people manage. Don't make this a thing. Just get on with it. That voice didn't disappear. It just stopped being in charge. And when that happened, the day felt lighter. Not easy, just lighter. Like I wasn't fighting myself all day. Like I could sit down without needing to distract myself. Like I could leave a message unread for an hour. And guess what? The world didn't end.